Say it with me, everybody. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. At least that's what the liberal media wants you to believe. As we all know, I'm a big advocate for no drugs, especially that marijuana. That's a big yucky.
I have 6 people that I counted friends who use marijuana, and they never did graduate to heroin. You know why? Because on marijuana, they committed crimes of passion and were electrocuted before they got a chance to get hooked on horse.
They committed crimes of passion and got electrocuted. Damn, what did they have in that marijuana back in the day? Because give me some of that shit.
Hey, don't help me! You get away from me! You get away from me! You hear me? Because I don't care anymore! And nobody loves me and nobody cares about me!
Is that really what they thought that marijuana did back in the day?
And we have the marijuana plants for identification purposes, and they're used in the schools and also in the police departments.
Okay, mister, so you're allowed the drugs, you know, for scientific purposes. Yeah, we all know what you're doing. We all know you're blazing up with all the boys back home. You ain't fooling none of us.
Police officers are frequently invited to speak in the classroom. These lectures, which often stress the dangerous and illegal aspects of drugs, reflect law enforcement attitudes.
It must be taken into consideration, I think, that we police officers are citizens too. We're merely doing a job full-time that your parents can't do because they have to go out and earn a living.
Hang on, mister. Can we rewind that? What did you just say?
We're merely doing a job full-time that your parents can't do because they have to go out and earn a living.
So are you telling me that you're making some sort of sacrifice by being a police officer, that you're not making a living somehow? Is that what you're implying? The fact that their parents aren't police officers is because they have to make a living, unlike you? Who just doesn't? I'm sorry, I know I'm jumping to conclusions real quick, but I know for a fact that as soon as this guy left the classroom, he just immediately screamed the N-word. Like out of nowhere, he just screamed it. He was just so tired of holding it in for so long that he just had to let it out.
It's in the vein of giving information that police officers and other people, teachers, many people go into the community and give lectures and give programs on drugs. This
guy's like forgetting his lines while he's up there. Yeah, we have lectures, and we have fuck, what's the next word I'm thinking? Sorry kids, I'm not used to being in front of a group of people like this without shooting them. My bad.
That foot you see there is of a dead person.
What? That kid's face explains it all. Like,
burned the complete sole off of his foot, all the skin, because they didn't realize that he was actually under the influence of this drug and was dead at the time that they were burning his foot. They thought they could wake him up.
So he was dead at the time that they were burning the foot. So what the fuck does the foot have to do with anything? If he was already dead, if he was under the influence of this drug, somebody else burnt his foot. What does that have to do with anything? Why are we showing a dead person's foot in school? What?
We gotta realize that drugs are good. Drugs are not bad.
Oh yeah, nah, bro, I know. Believe you me, I know drugs are good. I know it a little too well. But then once the police guy's talking, we end up switching scenes to an ex-heroin addict. And actually, this whole segment is actually pretty good in my opinion. She's talking about her past experience with the drug and how other drugs led her to do that. And she even states that, you know, some people can smoke weed here and there, and, you know, it's fine. Just like some people can drink alcohol here and there, and it's fine. But then there are some people where, like her, you do one drug and then it leads to another drug and another drug and another drug. And that's actually something that I agree with. And I think that having it come from an ex-addict also helps. I was expecting this kind of whole video to be like just propaganda, but it was actually very pleasant the way that she talked about it. But as somewhat pleasant as that video might have been, here we have another video from the 60s, so like around like 10 years before that one came out, and this one isn't exactly the same.
This is the real action, the pot party. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
I love the fact that they're like all in suits and dresses in this. Like, I would love to do weed back in this day. All just like dressed up fancy, going out with each other and then just blazing up, listening to some jazz. Sounds like a lit time, you know, other than the fact that, you know, you could go to prison for like life or something if they found it, but still.
Outside the boundaries of their phony world of kicks is the ever-present possibility of discovery. This must be avoided at all costs, for discovery brings with it the penalties of society: shame, arrest, prison. So destroy the evidence, leave not a trace, burn it in paper trash. That way they can deny possessing the illegal marijuana. They can say the flaming can is part of a game. They can lie, they can swear. This time the gang's lucky. It's not the law, or discovery, or problems. It's just their supplier, Pete.
Oh, well, good. We don't have the police at the door. Sweet, so we don't have to burn it. I'm glad that you opened the door before the guy ended up burning the weed anyway and destroying all traces of it, even though you'd be able to smell it in the air, which doesn't make any sense. This video was definitely made by someone who has never smoked weed in their life.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville.
Blast off for Kicksville. Yeah, hell yeah. I want to use this terminology from now on, you know, just, hey buddy, you want to come smoke some weed? You know, let's get some kicks. Let's get our kicks on. What are you saying? What's wrong with you? Let's get some kicks, you know what I'm saying? Let's get kicked up. Max, I'm scared. What? Oh no. What's with this music?
John, his first pot party looks exciting. Everyone seems to be having fun. Best of all, there are no parents, no other adults, no one to interfere with the fun.
This music in the background is so scary. All they're doing is smoking weed, bro. They're not doing anything other than like falling asleep and getting the munchies.
This is the test, the time to separate the man from the boy. John's willpower, individuality, character are slipping down the drain. In their place come the old behavior habits and excuses. Everybody else is doing it. If he can handle bennies and beer, he should be able to handle a few harmless puffs.
Yeah, it's weed. Most people can handle a few puffs because it's weed.
Get with it.
I love the attitude from the narrator right there. Get with it.
John surrenders his dignity and lays his future on the chopping block.
He lays his future on the chopping block from smoking one joint. Yep, sorry. You ain't getting a job anymore. You're gonna be labeled for the rest of your life. Everybody's gonna know that you smoked weed, and now you're gonna have no friends. You worthless piece of shit.
Not whether it's good or bad or right or wrong. But if he stopped to think, he would see the stupidity of it all. Now he's too involved to think. He's having kicks.
He's having kicks. That is my favorite terminology. I've never heard that before in my life until this video. And next time I just want to like casually smoke weed with a friend, I'm just gonna randomly text him and be like, hey, you wanna get some kicks? You wanna get our kicks on? Wanna get kicked up on a Tuesday morning? Oh, but here we have a cartoon.
I will describe the effects of marijuana with the help of my assistant. Marijuana is usually inhaled from a kind of cigarette. Marijuana changes behavior by briefly stimulating.
Damn, bro. I wish I got that energetic when I smoked weed. I'd be smoking weed a lot more often.
It can also change behavior by creating mild hallucinations.
Mild hallucinations completely changes the atmosphere around him.
Marijuana creates a psychological dependence. No tolerance is developed.
No tolerance is developed. Okay, yeah, that's a straight up lie. So everybody, what did we learn today? We learned that marijuana is bad, and it's just as bad as, I would say, heroin and pretty much anything else that you would find that is just bad. But you know a drug that I didn't hear them talk about at all? Cocaine. So I think that one's completely up for grabs. So I know what I'm doing right after this video. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one when I am high off my ass. But until then, goodbye.